Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a play with one of the products from my recent Beebeecraft unboxing. If you didn't see that, I'll have a link up here and you can check that out. Today's video is working with this darning loom. Now I've always wanted to have a little go with these darning looms. This one's a bigger one. This one's a 21 hook darning loom, and if you look back in my last video unboxing, I gave all the dimensions for the actual round wooden pad here and all that sort of thing. So it came with rubber bands, the some little stitch markers, a latch hook, a long needle for weaving, darning needles, and yeah, the hooks and the base. So if you haven't checked Beebeecraft out, all the links will be below for Beebeecraft and you can check them out. And don't forget, at checkout you can get 10% off using my coupon code Valita10. Alright, let's have a play with this. Now it did come with some instructions and I have read through them, and they are very basic instructions, but not instructions nonetheless. And if you haven't used a darning loom, there's oodles of videos out there about darning looms. You can check them out as well, but I'm just going to have a play with this. I've never used one before. I had a little look at how to sort of set it up and I just want to play with it. So I've got a piece of velvet here, and what you do is you put your fabric over the top of the wooden base, and because the wooden base has a channel all the way around the edge, that's where your bands are going to sit. So just put that in the middle somewhere, wherever you want to, I suppose, and put your, this is the trickiest bit, I think, just getting your band on, and then the rest of it is pretty easy. Right, now this metal section with all the hooks, you want to make sure all your hooks are going in the right direction. See how they're all sitting on top of each other and they all sort of go along. Sometimes they can get sort of flicked in the wrong way, like it might flick back that way. So just make sure they're all sitting next to each other like that, all nicely. Okay, then you sit this, see this round section here, that goes down into the groove like that. Then you get another rubber band or a band, people use hair bands, all sorts of things, and that catches on those two marks there. See how there's a notch there and a notch there? Make sure the rubber band catches on them, and then bring that then down around the wooden disc. Okay, and you're all set up then, ready to start. Right, it comes with extra bands, so you don't need all of them, you only need 2 to get started. And I'll just sit the darning needles aside and the latch hoop, and we'll work with this long needle. The width of your weaving will be the width of these hooks, which are 21 on this one. So we'll bring it down. I might get my, where's my disappearing pen? I might use that. Okay, so it'll be down like that, and then we'll mark the other side as well. I'm just trying to get that as square as I can. Doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, and that's the width then that I'll be weaving on, and then you can decide how big, like how long you want this. I guess you've got the I guess you've only got the size of this disc, but that's pretty big. That's a pretty big square, so we'll go right as far as we sort of can, I guess, like this. and that will be our weaving base. Now we've got our needle and that's threaded up. Alright, so we're going to come in from just somewhere else and go right into that corner. And I want to pull through a fair bit. Okay, because we're going to have 21 lengths. Right, and then we're going to start threading up our warps, which are the threads that go up and down. Now we want to see these here, it's all pushed over to that way. They're all laying over that way. So I want them to sort of sit up straight. That's going to give me a an easy sort of threading on if they're sitting up fairly straight. So just work with your little loops up here of wire to try and make them sit up. Okay, and I'm going to come up, hook on the first one, come back down. I just want to pick up a little bit of the fabric here, pull it through, now there are different ways to set these looms up. Some people leave the threads laying out, and I've seen other ways of people doing it like this. So it's just, I guess, depends what you're looking for in your mending or loom work or whatever. I just want to use it as a little loom, so I'm not looking to darn anything as such. If you're after a darning video, there's lots of them out there on Google that you could check out. Right, so just be careful, that one just jumped over to the next hook, so they've got to all stay on their own hook. Okay, so I'll bring you down a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. See these little hooks? Just try and get them to sit up. It'll just make your threading, setting up of the loom a little bit easier. Okay, so I've just put it up on the hook, and then I'm going to just catch a little bit of the fabric at the bottom to anchor it. Pull that through. Okay, I'm not pulling them through deathly tight either, just nice and just taut. And then we'll go to the next hook. Just be careful that all these hooks, you're not putting two on one or missing one. Okay, and if you've run out of thread like me, don't panic. I'm just going to finish that off down there. Right, and then we can start some more thread. Right, so I'm just going to start some more thread out here somewhere. Come back to this point where I left off. Oops, stay down there. And just tie a little knot in the end. Okay, and that has secured my yarn to keep going. Okay, this is the last one, so we'll thread that loop, come back down, and I'm going to just bring it back down, and we'll tie, well, let's just bring it down here, and we'll tie a little knot. Just something that we can easily get undone later, just to hold it all down. Okay, and then we've got all our down threads on, all the warps. Okay, now I've got a contrasting yarn, and I am going to just go in from the outside here of my work and come out with the needle in that corner. Okay, now to start weaving, you need to pay attention to these little hooks up here, or these little loops. Put them all over to one side, depending which side you're coming through, and I'm going to work with the back of the needle, and each of these loops, the warp threads will have one that sits up and closer to you and another that sits down next to the fabric. So you want to go through all of them. I'll just try and hold it up a little bit closer. Can you see how they sit up a little bit more? Just be careful not to go through your yarn, split your yarn. Okay, and then take your thread through. And before you pull it down, we're going to flip that the other way and come back. So now you come back from this side, sorry, and go through all those loops that are sitting up. Good way to check if you're not stuck through going through your yarn is just give your needle a wiggle, and you can sort of, if it moves freely, you know you haven't split your yarn. And before we pull that through, we're going to slip our needle right down. See, I've gone through the yarn there. I've gone through it, yep. You can see that. Alright, let's do that again. Alright, so we're going to go back the other way. Don't go through your yarn, don't split the yarn. And before we pull the needle out, I'm going to cinch this needle down and push my previous thread row right down to the bottom. Okay, just tuck it right down and then bring it through. Right, I'm going to pick up a little bit of fabric, about the same as what we did down here, just a little nip of fabric. Nope, I'm going through the wrong way. Right, and that's going to secure that one down. Right, we flip all these back the other way. So every time you do a row, you need to change that direction of those hooks. And don't go through your yarn. Right, before you pull it through, just give that a little tuck down, tidy up that end, tuck it all down like that, and pull that through. Okay, and now on this side we're going to take a little nip of fabric. And that's just going to close the whole thing off against the fabric. What I've done here. Okay, and I'm not going to pull that down yet. I'm going to flip this over. We'll go through again. And tuck that down. Okay, we're going to take a little, put your needle in this side. Oops. Okay, and then we change all these direction of these. Oops, that one's come off. And we go again. Right, I'm going to change colour, so I'm just going to go in under the fabric and come back out. So it buries that tail. And then I'm going to change colour. And I'm just going to do the same as I did here, come in from the edge and then come back out at the corner of my weaving, or at the side where I'm up to. And then just leave a long tail. Change all the direction over. And continue weaving. Okay, I am going to do my last pass of this, and I'm just pushing all that over. Now the last pass of this will be a little bit tight, so you just want to get those through the best that you can. Okay, and you'll still see those loops. They'll be sitting up in the right direction that you're going through, but those last few, that last row is going to be just a little bit tighter. You could push that down as you go. Okay, I'm just going to push that down, and that will be my last row. Right, I'm going to bring my, no, I'll leave it like that. Right, let's take the rubber bands off now. These will come off fairly easily, but you need to just be careful taking off the hooks. Okay, so the wood's going to pop out. You still got that hanging on your hooks, and then just flip it upways and just take it off like that. Right, now to finish it off, we need to secure down each of these loops. Okay, so I'm going to go down through this one and come up. So that's the first one secured off, and go down through the next one. Or you could leave it as a pocket. Oh my goodness, let's leave it as a pocket. How cool would that be? Oh, I like that. If you wanted to finish it off, you just go through each of these top loops, okay, that were on those hooks. That's how you finish it off. Oh, I like it as a pocket. I might yeah, I don't like how that's all sort of fairly loose there. I moved some of the threads, I guess. Let's just go through the top loop. I mean, if you want to, don't come to this video if you're looking for a how-to darning loom. This is just having fun with the darning loom. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? And come to the back. Right, take that big needle off. Let's grab a needle out from in here. What have we got? I want one with a little bit of a point on it, maybe this one. Let's put all those needles out of the way. Now all of these threads here, you just have to, I probably shouldn't have put a knot in them. I'm just going to cut them where the knot is. Where's that knot? I don't think I put any knots on this side, no. Oh, it's all trial and fun error, isn't it? And just flick them back through to the back. All those threads. Oh, looks like I've got a knot on here too. Right, so we've got them all flipped round to the back. And then you're just going to secure off all your ends at the back. These ones are a bit short. I might even just, because I'm going to use this on a junk journal, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the back of here, just so they don't come through. And that will secure them. Like I said, I don't do things, conventional things on here. They're all just having fun with crafty things. So, I'll just leave that to dry. And then we'll flip it over and have a walk. Isn't this fun? This is a pocket! Everyone loves a pocket. So I can put things in that. I might even do some sewing around the outside of that just to neaten it up. Right, I'm just going to have some fun with this, and I'm going to do a little chain stitch, not a little one, but chain stitch all around the edge of my pocket. And I'll probably whip it real good. Okay, I've got the edge on it, and that's just a simple chain stitch, and now I'm going to go around and whip it with green. And that is my little pocket. Okay, so we finished our pocket. I'm really loving how that looked, and I thought I'm going to decorate this. I'm going to decorate it. It might go on a junk journal cover or something one day. So I've stitched an applique butterfly here, and I've put a little crochet motif on, and I've got other little bits and pieces I might add to it too, just some little flowers and that I found in my stash like that. Just try and balance it out because the pocket was a little bit wobbly. So I might try and put a few things on it to try and just give the illusion that it is straight, and I think I've sort of started to get that by putting the flower in that corner, because that was my corner that was coming up a little bit. And we'll just put some other little bits and pieces on too. I think that'll look nice. So this has been a fun little project, this. Just doing some bits and pieces on it as well, and should look cute when I'm finished. And I thought about this along the pocket. So I might stitch some of that down, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm going to use some of this really pretty embroidery ribbon, and that's from Beebeecraft as well, and I just want to put a little tag on this. I made this a while back, this little tag, and it could have been another Beebeecraft tag. I'm pretty sure it might have been with the mushrooms. And I'm just going to put a little tag on the top, just with a staple. Okay, and then I'm going to sit that tag in my pocket like that. I should have moved that over a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, today's make was using this darning loom, and it was really fun to do. It was something really different for me. So I have done some weaving on fabric before, but nothing like this. And so I just converted, or not converted, I just didn't sew down these last loops when I took it off the loom, and left it as a pocket. Isn't that cute? So I will put this on either a junk journal or some stitching or something, and you can put whatever you want in the pocket. I've just used some of this gorgeous embroidery ribbon from Beebeecraft, and those links will be below for the ribbon and the weaving loom, and I think it's come up so cute. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed watching this today. I'm no expert. Like I said, this was my first time using a darning loom. So I like to sort of do first time things because it shows you how, well, it showed me, was it easy, was it hard, was it, you know, frustrating. I think the most frustrating thing about this was these rubber bands, and it was because I used a really thick fabric. This slot here didn't seem to be quite as big as it maybe should be because the rubber bands are quite thick. But in saying that, when they stretch, they go down in there. So it would depend on the thickness of your fabric. Just keep an eye on that if you use one of these. And but other than that, I didn't have any problems with it. It all wove up really nicely. And you know, you just get the outline on the back of your work, and I ended up with a gorgeous little pocket. It was really fun to do, really fun to do. Yeah, pop over and see all those links, and the links to the ribbon as well. My next video will be in about a week's time, and that will be using those Hexagon templates. And if you need to, just refer back to the unboxing video and remind you what I unboxed and what's coming up. And I hope you've enjoyed watching that today. So take care, and I will see you soon for another Beebeecraft make, and have a great day. Bye.